You got sepia on you, by the way, Ostrava. Just saying, you know. In case you wouldn't realise by some chance. Surprise! It's me again! They don't seem too happy. Not as thrilled as I was expecting, really. That's a bit more like it. Wanton property destruction. Exclaim... Oh, for fuck's sake. Step away from the controls for 10 minutes. Come back, you've forgotten how to parry. Welcome to Demon Souls! Well, the Soul series in general. Or it's me being crap. Oh, there we go! That's a lot more like it. God damn. You know, I just realised, even as I do this, I'm not going to be able to play Dark Souls for quite a while after doing this, am I? Or else my timings should be completely off. For fuck's sake. Oh god. He tries to do a non-lock-on backstab. Fucks it up entirely. Almost gets himself killed. Tries again! Misses the timing, tries again. Somehow manages to go left, even though he's still locked on. Not sure how that happened. Take that for embarrassing me, and take this just on general principle. Missed! Try again, try harder, try some more. It's not gonna save your ass. I'm getting closer. Dun 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 dun. You weren't even the guy who was firing at me, were you? I don't feel bad, that would be a lie. A horrible, heinous, horrendous lie. Ah, fucking. Let's follow him, finish him off. What? No plunging attack? You kidding me? Well, immensely disappointed. I mean, I've got a jumping attack, but if I'd known I couldn't plunge, I would have jumped off at least. Finished you that way. You know, definitely something to keep in mind. Last thing I want to do is try and plunging attack an enemy and find out the hard way I can't. Well, you know, a proper enemy. Something like this, maybe. You know, if you could actually hit me. Worth a damn. Surprise! Oh, I broke his guard. Oh, sucks to be you. It sucks to be you. You know, it sounds crazy, but I dream of a world where hardware and software can work together the way the manufacturer claims, without it turning out to be a crock of shit. What can I say? I'm just one man with a dream, a vision, even, you might say. And it sounds crazy. It'd never work in reality, I'm sure, but... God damn it. I can hope, can't I? Do. Still sucks to be him, by the way. I'm just saying, you know. Man can't even go to the cinema. Because of the eyes glowing and things. Keeps putting people off, he gets asked to leave a lot. Very embarrassing for him. Dudes over there don't particularly care about them. They're busy looking over the ramparts. It's fine by me. Ambushes? We'll wait past this game to try and ambush me. Oh, I know where I am. Actually, it's kind of annoying, really, because I don't think there's any way of triggering this little trap thing here without actually getting yourself hurt as well. Nope. Despite not being anywhere near the boulders, I still took damage for triggering them. Again, I suppose it's part of the whole game's trade-off system it's trying to teach you about. That sometimes you may have to take little damage to avoid taking a lot of damage. I say a lot, there's about, what, 6? No. Yeah, maybe 8 or 10 dudes along that narrow corridor there. I know it sounds like a lot, but when you think about it in logical terms, it really isn't, especially when they can only attack you one at a time. At least they should be able to. The crossbow bolt guys can fire through each other for some bullshit reason. Speaking of bullshit, still can't parry you. Yes, you're still a dick and I still don't like you. Speaking of dicks that I don't like, should be one out here. Yeah, there he is. And he got a friend, too. Not one, but 2 dragons. Now, the red asshole you can at least make piss off by attacking him enough. The blue one you can't even damage, I don't believe. There's a bunch of stuff down there, including a flame-resistant shield, but it's so heavy I couldn't even use it at this level. Not to mention the fact that most of my clothing, for the Royal class at least, is pretty fire-resistant anyway. So, who cares, right? I mean, look, I can block a battle axe with a small piece of metal. What the fuck do I need a flame-resistant shield for? Now, I've seen this before. So not just on the practice file, but in general. You hear that? Them be dragon wings. Fucking dragons. Take care of these two while I'm here. Yeah, he just eventually turn up. You try and run across the bridge, he'll appear a lot faster. Is he actually gonna... No Johnny Storm? No Flame On? I'm technically not on the bridge anymore, so he just pisses off back to his starting location. Yeah, then when I try and step back on, he should reappear. Sometime today, son. See, how long do I have to stay on the bridge to trigger this? Quite some time, actually. Perhaps a really easy enough time just to run straight across the other side. Half tempted to try. Oh, not now. But yeah, I was half tempted to try it just then. You actually gonna do your fire breath, or... Yeah. Time to leave! I see me rolling, they hating. Yeah, what you got? Huh? Huh? Yeah, not on the same map anymore, am I? Can't touch me, motherfucker. Yeah, I'm terribly impressed, honest, really. You should see me, I'm trembling in my stylish yet affordable booties. Come on, bring it. Fucking dragons. So am I literally just on the edge of your aggro range, so you're going to keep trying to flame the bridge? No, you've knobbed off now, excellent. Let's peg it all the way across, shall we? Well, we have a moment to spare. Speaking of moments to spare, will you knob off? No one's impressed by you. I do mean no one. You and your silly pole arm can bugger right off. It's just me, or does rolling not take a lot of stamina at all? In demons. You can only manage, what, maybe 3 consecutive rolls in Dark Souls? Hey, that rhymed. Excellent. I'm pretty sure in in this game you can roll, what, 7 times did I just do there? Yeah, he is coming. Excellent. You mind actually finishing your job and flaming the rest of them as well? This is where I find out that you don't flame the entire bridge for some stupid reason. And those guys just stay there to try and bottleneck me in while you burn the rest of the place down. I say me rolling. Surprise! 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 I love the fact that the crossbow guys don't have a secondary weapon in this game. Yeah, that's kind of the thing with Dark Souls, you know, if you got close enough they pull out a short sword and try and, well, at least try and kick your ass. In this game, they've got nothing but the crossbow. Nah, you scaly bastard, you ain't got shit. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? You can't turn left or right. You got no pivot. You got no style, you got no elan. You ain't got nothing. Just a scaly little gimp that nobody likes. Speaking of things that nobody likes, I think I've just unleashed the boss. Yep. Suppose it's time for him to make a big, dramatic, opening statement to intimidate me. Oh my god! Giant spear, but I wasn't there at all. In fact, if it wasn't for the cinematic, I wouldn't have even seen that. We'd just come along and go, why is there a spear here? That's strange. Surprise! You missed me, you little twat. Take it to the face. I'm sure a soul arrow is supposed to be able to go through multiple opponents. Or am I just misremembering that entirely? Probably am. Been ages since I actually played a magic character. Yeah, so that was basically our choco pine resin of the game. Applies fire to your right-handed weapon. Particularly useful against the first boss of the game. Well, I say particularly useful, he's not exactly a threat in and of himself, it just makes things go faster. It's generally what I mean. Sometime today, son, when you're finished trying to set your face on fire. Surprise! I should probably back up. Nope, lock on. See, how did I know that was going to happen? I don't know if you guys really had a chance to see it, but I was clicking R3 like a son of a bitch, but the lock-on just was not activating. Even though the guy was standing right in front of me. Happens a lot more in this game than it does in its sequel. Not sequel, you know what I mean. What are you doing, son? I wasn't getting stabbed repeatedly in the gut. You don't bring firebombs to a knife fight. Not if you plan to win it, anyway. Speaking of winning, Genius strategy. Yes, they're far more willing to do that in this game than they are in Dark Souls. Which disappoints me greatly. There are a couple of places you can trick people into jumping to their doom in Dark Souls as well, but... Yeah. Ow! Right, I forgot. Unlike the, yeah, your range is a lot bigger than the version of we've got in the next game, isn't it? Upgrade stones, in case you're wondering what I'm picking up. Hardstone and sharpstone, I believe. For blunt and... I think it's a hammer and sword weapons in general. The upgrades I'm picking up. Takes them along their, essentially their regular upgrade path, those respective stones do. I'm assuming there are other upgrade paths as well. To allow me to change this into like an elemental weapon and, you know, other such things. Sorry, just so pathetic I have to kick him over the edge. The other thing I think Dark Souls and Demon Souls here is missing is a bit more by the way of enemy reactions. I mean, Demons obviously has the enemies actually react to you killing their friends, which is nice and all. But I think something a bit more like me kicking this guy's corpse down there should have, you know, drawn the attention of something rather, I think. Or rather, I think it would have been nice if it did. Well, not nice, you know what I mean. Just, it would have been something a bit more interesting. That's definitely a boss door. It's gigantic and foggy. I can see through it, which is... I don't know. What do you think? Is it more of a challenge if you can't actually see the boss at all before you start, or is it more intimidating or some such if you can see him a little bit? What do you guys reckon? Yeah. Equip the turpentine. Because when my first strategy inevitably wears off, you need something to keep damaging this guy with. Or damaging with quickly, you know what I mean. Here, hold this, would you, lads? Yes. Now, for some reason, the guys who are sort of on top of the boss here, they can't throw their spears like they can when they're separated. They can only sort of jab them outwards. Very strange. You may notice that the boss is named after the ancient Roman strategy that he's essentially mimicking the phalanx. It was actually a strategy or an actual name of a unit. I think it was a unit as well, wasn't it? Spear and shield users. Make a shield wall out of your shields. Spears go through the gaps. Walk forward, stab anything that gets in your way. Particularly useful against cavalry, I believe. Yeah, the main reason for chucking all those firebombs was just to make an opening in his defences here so I can run around the side and stab him. I don't have to worry too much about these guys. But admittedly, the game has a fascination with attempting to lock onto them even when the boss is technically closer than they are. Not sure what that's about. Yeah, you're not going to need your shield pretty much at all for this opening boss. In fact, I imagine this boss would actually be even easier if I was using one of the more physical-based starting classes. If you've got like a heavy weapon or a decent sword, right from the off-go, one that causes more damage than a rapier does with standard attacks is what I mean. You were to apply turpentine to that, you'd probably finish this fight even faster than I'm doing it. Surprise! See, I'm not doing bad damage per se, it's just taking a while. Or just even faster if I was using the R2 rather than the R1, but yeah, whatever, right? And stab! I win! And that was the first boss of Demon Souls. Well, the first, proper boss. Again, I'm really annoyed that I failed to kill the optional first boss. Especially seeing how easy it was on my practice file. If it wasn't for me, mistiming that first dodge roll and ending up, face planting into a wall, it would have been fine. Would have got to show you guys the little cutscene with the Dragon Guard. Yeah, oh well. I think we're going to more or less leave it here. Actually, no, there's a cutscene after this, isn't there? So, yeah, we'll show the cutscene first. Oh, by the way, I revived because I killed the demon. Didn't know if I actually mentioned that, or whether you guys actually had a chance to read it earlier. But yeah, that's what happened.
Come back.
Hi, nice to be here. Ooh, hello. Legs and bindings. Oh, Jesus.
The monument.
Shouldn't play with wax.
Above.
It's not good for you, love. She's, by the way, the person who trapped us here, essentially. And she's also the way you level up in this game. Rather than sitting at bonfires. I won't spoil it, you'll see it a bit later. And yeah, I know, right? This game's actually showing you where to go.
The monumental will explain the nexus to thee.
Indeed he will. That'll be in the next episode. Till then, folks.